the Giattina Aycock Architecture Studio and the construction company Golden Associates had a new commercial project that was different from anything they'd ever done before. They had plans to build a 3-story apartment building, but this one could be called a hybrid project. For the first time, they were planning a commercial building with only the central core built on site. The apartments themselves would almost all be modular units built in a factory. On site, the modular units would be stacked by crane to create 3 floors. This time, they needed a third company, a modular manufacturer. They sought out a manufacturer with quality standards as high as their own. Giattina and Golden came to Russellville, Alabama to visit Franklin Homes. After touring the factory and meeting Franklin's people, they knew they'd found what they were looking for. Other modular manufacturers might have considered that their responsibilities ended at the outer walls of the modules. Franklin took on a bigger responsibility. They knew connections were critical to success. They assumed responsibility for how plumbing, electrical, sprinklers, and venting aligned and connected. Their aim was 0 delays with the modular units. Although no contract required it, and the client hadn't asked for it, Franklin had a full-scale mock-up constructed in the factory. They were concerned that details could be overlooked relying on plans on paper. Small details overlooked could cause time-consuming delays when the modules were stacked 3 high in one wing of 6 and another wing of 8 stacks. Franklin's concern did not stop there. They designed innovative alignment tools to help the modules set up in place more easily.
This little slide here, the slope on it allows the crane operator to set the unit up at the top and bump it against that, and it will slide down. This little tool will become more important as you get the units stacked up from the first floor on up to the 3rd floor. This is the bracket that you'll be using, and we're going to furnish these for you, so they will fit up same way but on the larger units.
Owner Jerry James had a theory concerning the inevitable growth of dimensions when building with wood. The modules needed to exactly fit the foundation without overlapping at the ends as they were set side by side. Jerry's theory was to leave spacing that controlled the growth. To test his theory, Jerry supervised the building of 1/10 scale modules and practiced setting them in place with an improvised crane in the factory.
So by leaving space between each one of these units, it has controlled the growth, and it allows us to set the last unit even with the end of the footing.
Franklin Homes continued planning right up until the crane started lifting the actual units to help make the project a complete success.
I'm Marty Wagner with Golden Associates. We're a general contractor out of Birmingham, Alabama, and we're on the Presbyterian Apartments complex in Northport, Alabama. And this is phase 2 of the existing apartments are right here behind us. And it's a little different than what we've done in the past. This is a modular commercial building. There's 22 modular units on the east side and 18 on the west side, and then there's a conventional frame core in the middle. We just got done erecting the modules last week. It was a 5-day erection period, and now you can see we've got the trusses set up, and they just started setting those today. And then this conventional core area is coming up in between them right now. And as you can see, the conventional area is probably the slowest part of the whole job.